Languages are tricky and funny, and I'm very fascinated by the words in Swedish that don't actually exist in English. So let's go through some of those and talk about them. I think the most famous Swedish word that people find fascinating is Fika. Fika is more of a tradition or a ritual of some sorts that we have in Sweden around like 3 p.m. in the afternoon, you know, when we're all getting kind of tired. We need a little boost, a little kick in the butt to make it through the rest of the day. We sit down with a cup of coffee or whatever else you want to drink, have a little pastry or cookie or whatever, a little treat just to get by the afternoon. You can also ask a friend, hey, do you want to meet up downtown and take a fika? Which means you meet up at a cafe and you have a little treat, you drink something yummy like juice or coffee, and then you just sit there and chit chat for hours. The second word that I think a lot of people associate Sweden with is the word lagom. Lagom really describes Sweden. We're very much an in-between country. It's not too much, it's not too little, it's just perfect. It's lagom. Lagom is something that defines Sweden in a lot of ways. We don't want to be too much, we don't want to be, you know, not enough. We don't want our people to be poor or too rich, because that doesn't make sense. And living in America, I've really come to realize that that system doesn't work whatsoever. I appreciate the middle class Sweden more than ever. Buggy is scratching on the porch. Buggy! Don't do that. I'm making a video. Can't you see that? Ugh, orka is what I said a lot in my teenage years. Orka means to have energy or not to have energy to do something. And so it's slang for, I don't have the energy for that. So a teenager is going to use that word a lot. Actually, I don't know if they do that these days. I'm assuming they still do it, but maybe I'm just really old. I'm 31, so that was a really popular slang for me as a teenager. If like someone wanted me to clean my room or whatever, or you know, like the teachers gave us a lot of annoying homework to do, it's like, orka. Like, who has the energy for that? Mysa, which means to cuddle or to have a cozy time, like fredagsmys, lördagsmys, which means Friday cozy time and Saturday cozy time. Basically what you say, like, oh, we're off work, we're off school, we can finally have our cozy time together. It doesn't mean that you're with a partner, it just means that you can hang out with a friend or your family and just mysa, eat something yummy and watch a good show. One thing that drives me crazy here in America is that I cannot understand why there's no difference between your mother's parents and your father's parents. They're all just grandparents. It's a grandma or grandpa, and you have to make up your own words to describe each of them. Sometimes it's like Mimi, because it's all the same. And I don't understand why we can't come up with words in English to separate the two. So what I do is that I tend to call my father's parents grandma and grandpa, and then my mother's parents like grandfather and grandmother. This is how we solve it in Sweden. The old word for father in Swedish is far. So father's father is farfar. Father's mother is farmor. Because mor is an old version of saying mother in Sweden. Nowadays you say pappa and mamma, but the old versions were far and mor. On the mother's side, you say the mother's father is morfar. See? Mother's father. And then the mother's mother is mormor. Got it? Simple, right? Badkruka. Bad means like bath, and kruka actually means like a pot, like a flower pot. But for some reason, those two words together is badkruka, which we refer to as someone who does not want to go swimming. They maybe think the lake is too cold, they just go, no, I don't want to, it's too cold, I can't. And then we say, oh, you're such a badkruka. Solkatt, which means sun cat. You know that little light that shines from, like, if the sun reflects on something, let's say that you wear like a wristwatch or something and the sun reflects on it and it shines the light into someone's eye, you could say, oh, that solkatt is really bothering me. Linslus. Lins means like lens for like a camera. Lus actually means like lice. But for some reason those two words together, like, once again, I don't understand some of the Swedish language and what we're thinking when we're coming up with all these sayings and descriptions of things, but those words together mean someone who really likes to be in front of the camera. Like if there's a buggy. Like if there's a camera, you know, someone's about to take a photo, they jump in and go. For the longest time, I've been trying to find a word that describes day and night in America or in English in general, but I can't, like someone says, oh, it takes a whole day. I'm like, okay, do you mean day and night then? Or like a whole day? Because a day is 12 hours according to me. And so the word dygn in Sweden describes both the day and night combined. A dygn is 24 hours. Parents in Sweden does a lot of this. They do something called vabba. I'm gonna stay home today and vabba. Try to post on Facebook about it. Oh, the kids are sick again. Vabbar. That's a kind of a modern word. I don't know if it was around when I was little. I can't remember that. But nowadays, parents say that if they have to be home with their kid who's sick, so basically that means you are taking time off work to take care of your sick child. Because in Sweden, we have certain days, a certain amount of time that you can take off work just to care for your sick child, and you still get paid for it. A certain amount. I don't know if it's like 80 or 90% of your salary. Last word is särbo. If you're in a relationship but you don't live together, you are särbo. You live separately. In America, you call it like a domestic partnership if you live together but you're not married. In that situation, we call it sambo. So sär means like apart. Sam, like it's like samhörighet, like togetherness, like you live together. And in Sweden, we have a rule that you don't actually have to be married to get certain things, you know, or to, you know, even get a green card to live in Sweden with your partner, because we don't believe in marriage as much as, and you know, we used to. We used to be a much more Christian country, but now we're much more open-minded and not so set on everyone has to be religious and getting married, and marriage is the foundation of everything. Like, no, you can be together for your whole entire life and never get married and still have the same kind of rights as someone who is married. And I love that, I really do. So you can be sambo forever. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I've gotten into the routine of making these sort of videos again, so let me know if there's any similar kind of videos you want me to make. I think that would be really fun if you have any ideas for a topic or whatever. Other than that, I'm gonna keep making travel vlogs. I have some really fun and cool trips coming up in the near future, so I can't wait to share those with you. And if you want to check me out on TikTok or Instagram, I'm Caroline LaRussa everywhere. I'll see you there. Bye!